Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Omar. It's Saturday, 6:55 p.m., August 19th, 2017, and I wanted to make a video talking about my two plays. I already built my watch list for Monday. I'll post it to Twitter. If you don't follow me, watchotrade. I actually pinned, I pinned a tweet, and if you click this, it'll link you to my YouTube, where I'm gonna start really like focusing on building more content here. I actually so this is my YouTube page, and it gives you all these videos. So these are like my advice is watch these videos, and these videos are good because this is kind of like a guide to kind of learning how to trade. So it just kind of details my strategy. What's great, I'm gonna do another version of this, momentum trading for beginners. I've changed some things since then. More or less, it's the same strategy, but I've changed several things. And then that's the first. That gives you a foundation for everything. Then this video here shows you how, you see how I have most of these scanners. This one won't even be in that video, but pretty much all these scanners that I use: the nightly scan, the after hour scan, the new high scan, the 2 candle dip buy scan, the 2 candle, the other one I use, the 2 candle gap scanner. These scans I use at the market open to find my plays. So you can subscribe if you can afford Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is phenomenal, but I can't use it at work, so I use these, and these work fine for me to find plays, and it's free, and you can so that's this video. Where is it? This video, where is it? What did I just do with it? Oh, okay, it's here. Okay, this video go reviews all that. So that's all you do. And then you have how I build my watch list, and how to use the on-demand feature. So Thinkorswim has this on-demand feature right here, so you can like use this to kind of like go over trades from previous days, and simulate trades. It's awesome. It's all free too. You don't need to have money in a Thinkorswim account to open it up. You can just open one up for free, and they'll let you use this for free. It's pretty remarkable. And a couple of other things. So why short selling rocks, that's what I titled it, but it's about short selling, and this indicator that I use for longing stocks, that's kind of cool. Just 13 over the 48 EMA. So when the 13 EMA crosses over the 48 EMA, it's a good sign that a stock might have a quick pop. So and all these other, and then this is my short selling strategy one. So these videos are like a good foundation to kind of get a sense of like how I build my strategy and leverage my plays. And then if you go to videos, all these videos, even though like these are old watch list videos, they're great because what they do is when I'm not gonna do it now, but when I used to build my watch list videos, and that's why they're so long, is because I would like pick a play, and then I would like go into detail about how I would trade the stock, or how I would have traded the stock, where I would have gotten in and out. So it's good learning material. And guys, everything that I'm teaching you is the shit that I learned. So I studied all these guys: Cameron Foos and Tim Sykes and Cameron Ross, and all these guys, man. I followed them. I learned by watching all their videos. I didn't pay for any stupid service. You don't need it. What I'm teaching you guys is pretty much the strategy that all these guys use. So for example, right, I went over 2 plays, and I told you guys what I was looking at, right, which was HZMP and GFI wasn't initially on my radar, but I'll tell you why I traded it. But these were the stocks on my watch list, and I said HZMP. If you watch my video that recap, I said that I would be looking at HZMP for a big wash, right? And sure enough, exactly how I said is exactly how it happened. So why did I look for it for a wash? Because what happened was, look what happened on Thursday. It had this crazy rip. It went from it went from 1185 to 1345, and it closed at 1314. So why was I so confident that it would have a little wash? I mean, it ripped, but why did I think it was gonna wash at the open? Because people are gonna take profit. That's it. Like, people, they're up. They're like, fuck that. I want money. So they're gonna take their money. So look what happens. Real simple. Market opens, right? The first minute of the first candle, right, goes up and down, right? and then you see you start getting a little selling pressure, but it's not a lot of volume here, unfortunately, right? 100,000 shares in the first minute, 20,000 shares in the second minute, 14,000 shares in the third minute, right? So you're not seeing, right? But look what happens. This is the higher day at this point, right? You see it's double tapping, right? And this kind of goes up and down. It's kind of bulls and bears are kind of driving this, but it doesn't know which way to go, right? So the next candle, it finishes up, right? So look what's happening though. It's not above the high of day, right? And look, you're getting some selling pressure here, right? So look, it's getting a little lower, and then it gaps up here, right? So it's a gap and a gap. So what is that showing you? It's weakness. So this gave me the confidence to take a trade short, because I thought my hunch was, all right, well, this is the high. It ain't getting past 1305, and you're seeing, you know, a little buying, a little but selling, you know, a lot of buying, a little bit of selling. I think people are going to start taking their profit, and this doji, usually what this not always, but usually this is a confirmation that a reversal is about to happen. So at this point, I felt comfortable taking a trade, and right here I took a short at $13, risking 1305. Really, I was gonna stay in until it got to 1314, because this is the previous day's close price. So once it's below this, it's red for the day, so it's considered a red day. And sure enough, it washed just like I said it would, you know. And look at this, bear flag, and then when a stock is like kind of like washing like this, when you see this pin bar, a lot of times that means that a reversal is taking place. And then right here I saw the volume push, so right into this I covered, you know. So I got executed at $13 short. I covered at, I think it was like 1271. So, you know, I made 30 cents. I took a 2,000 share position. I made $600. All right, a little over $600, I think it was. Real fast. Let's see how long that went. 936 by 947. I already made my money, you know. Then I took one other position because everything was moving slow. And what was the other stock? Where is it? I think it was was it? No, not IFI. I can't remember the freaking name right now. It was I don't know, a GFI. It was a gold stock. So gold was moving because the Dow was down and gold was up. So I had a no, not it's GFI. Sorry, guys. And gold was up. So this is why I got in. So I was just looking through stocks, you know, just going through the scanners, just looking through stocks, and I was looking primarily for gold stocks, and gold stocks were up when the market initially opened. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So what I noticed right away was, right, this was the, I usually have the yearly chart right here, and I noticed that on the yearly, this was resistance, this was the high. So this was about to be a monthly high breakout. All right, so this for 426. So what I saw was, I said, if this can get past 426, I am going to take a long on it, because it's a breakout, a monthly breakout usually, and other people will see that. It'll appear in their higher day scanners, and they'll see the same thing that I'm seeing is, you know, oh, okay, this is a multi-month breakout, and they're gonna take a buy. Plus gold was up, so it was a no-brainer for me. So what I did was, once I saw, very simple, I just saw, right, 420, what was it, 425 was the let me make sure. Yeah, it was 424 was the multi-month breakout. So I had a limit order at 425. I had I think it was like what was it, 3,000 shares at 425. I got executed, and I just rode that bitch up. All right, I just rode it up. I just rode it up all the way, and I think I got out right when I saw this flagging right here. I got out. I got out at 436. Very easy. So I got in at 425. I got at 436. I made 11 cents. So, you know, so I made times, I can't even remember right now. My brain is crazy. I made, yeah, $330. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with math. So I made a total of $900. All right, it was that simple. It was that simple. All right, and this was very slow. It was very slow. I had my stop. So I had my stop 1 cent below my my entry. So I had a stop at 424. So What was the worst that I was gonna lose? I get 600 free trades right now, 500 free trades. So I'm not paying commissions, and I called Thinkorswim. So after that, I get charged $4.95 a trade, and I got out because, you know, it was just so slow. I got bored with it, and that was it. Those were my 2 trades. Now I was, you know, because I work, so I can't look at stocks all day. Unfortunately, there was a stock. Let me see if this is my watch list for Monday. I'm gonna post it to Twitter. There was a stock that I wanted to trade, and I did not trade it. I took another trade on FALC. I made like 40 bucks on it. So towards the end of the day, I was able to look at stocks, and this stock is in the 20-cent range. And right now, because it's the weekend, it won't list anything that's easy to borrow, hard to borrow. But sometimes, so there's stocks on Thinkorswim where it won't list at all, easy or hard. And so I was curious. I was like, let me see if I can make a trade, because I saw it popping up towards the end of the day. This was like the last 30 minutes of the market open when I saw this running. And I saw it touch this 40-cent mark, so I think it was right in here, actually. I took a short, you know, a few thousand shares. I think like 5,000 shares short. And I got executed. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh shit, it's a 20-cent stock. Because if you talk to people that had Thinkorswim, like, I just talked to random people, they're all like bugging out how there's so many easy to borrow shorts. Shares available now with Thinkorswim, which is fantastic. So, you know, that was always my fear. That's why I never opened up an actual margin account with them. I always used my IRA account, and I always used E-Trade. But fuck E-Trade, I'm good with this. So, you know, so I got in, and then, you know, it kind of like gapped down, and right in the 22-cent range, I just covered, and then it popped. I'm glad I did, because look, it popped. I would have took a small loss. It was like in the last, you know, 15 minutes. So I think this was what time was this? This was, yeah, see? It was like, yeah, it was like in the last 10 minutes where I did all this. So, and I made like, I think it was like 40 bucks or something, like $48. So, yeah, it was I made over $900, which was nice, very nice. And there was a stock I was watching throughout the day. This was one of them. FENG was one of those stocks, right? And this is one of those things that I talk about in my, let me see if I can pull it up. See if I have it here. Did I close it? Let me pull it up. And one of the things, so in my momentum trading, right, when I talk about shorts, if you got the PDF, let me know, I'll send it to you. So I talk about my long and shorting, and one of those is not the spike, but the parabolics. So this is the stocks where, you know, they slowly grind up all day, and then they give you a wash. You know, this was one of those stocks. FANG was one of those. You see how it slowly rips, so it opens up at 390, and then by like 11 o'clock it's at, you know, 41, and then it just slowly starts gapping down. You know, I didn't have the time to watch this. There was another stock though I was looking at. It was here, DYN. This was the stock that I wanted to short. It was the same pattern. See, guys, look, if you notice, and guys, I you know, I'm no genius, I swear to you, I'm not. I just you know, research this. You know, I just watch the stocks and I look at the charts. So, you know, let me pull it up again. So yeah, so here it is. So yeah, so you see, you know, these are those parabolics. They just slowly grind, and you know, and same pattern here, right? This thing ripped all day, you know, kind of was squeezing shorts all day. That's why it keeps ripping the way it was ripping. But look, it got to that high a day, and then here's the wash. Boom. I usually like to see the wash go to VWAP. It didn't happen. It's still above VWAP. But it's on my watch list for Monday. But that I just didn't have the. It happened at 2 o'clock, and I just couldn't watch this. I saw this grinding up. I was every now and then I would peek to look for the, you know, hoping for the wash, but it just wasn't happening. Throughout this gap, I was watching it a little bit, and then I just couldn't watch no more. But man, what an opportunity! And it was shortable. So, you know, these are the things that I look at, guys. You know, I just look for stocks that are, you know, finding its high. Once I see the high, if they form, you know, I risk that lower high. Here's the lower high, risking high a day, and I just take it for a wash. That's it. And you see your entry is very simple. It's a very simple strategy. Let's say I would have gotten, let's say I would have saw it here. Let's say it gapped up here, and I see it right here, right? High a day, 905, and I see 904, there's some weakness, so I go down, it goes to 9. And if it pops up, guess what? I stop out. But you know what? But let's say I got in here at 904, and it goes up to 905. Hey, I'm risking a penny. That's why the strategy works so great, because you know your risk is very little to make a lot. But you want to see stocks that are very overextended. You know, this at this point, this is not overextended enough for me. You know, I want to see real overextended stocks to short into. The big stock that everybody shorted was let me see if it's on here. It might have went red for the day, so you may not see it. Let me see. Which was where is it? Sorry guys, I'm trying to find this. It was where is that stock? It went down all the way to one. No, it was this stock, RTMB. These are the stocks that. So remember when it was, so you see where I talk about. Let me go back to that. Let me go back to my manual. Shorting spikes. This is exactly what I'm talking. These are the stocks that Tim Grattani and Stephen Duggs, some guy I follow on YouTube, on Twitter, made like $50,000 shorting that stock that short, just like this. Modern Rock. These are what they do. They look for these stocks that rip, because they rip on shitty news. They're shitty companies. They just have this crazy spike, and then you know they're gonna give back all their gains, and they short the wash. Very simply, I saw this, but I couldn't short it because there were no share. There was nothing available with Thinkorswim. But Centerpoint, you know, they can locate the shares for you, and they short, and you just see the stock rip. It usually has a couple of bull flags, so you see flag 1, flag 2. Usually has 2 flags, a last push, and a reverse, but you got 3 flags. So here's the first flag right here, and let me change this so I can make it real easy for you guys to see. See how it flags? It looks like a flag pattern. When you get a flag pattern like this, you're gonna get a push, and whatever the high is, that's your entry right there. You see, and then you have another one. You see how it flags, it gaps up and it pulls back. And look, it's that VWAP bounce. Look what happens. It bounces off VWAP and whoosh, and it goes back again. It goes up again. Look, and then you have a third flag right here. And then the last one, and then the reversal. And you see, and why did it reverse here at 249? Because remember what I talk about. Whole numbers are psychological barriers for people, all right? They're psychological resistance barriers. Remember, ultimately, these are little dots on the screen. Nobody knows what the fuck a stock is going to do, you know? And if you look at this, let's pull up the 10-day, 30-minute. If you look at it, all right, where's a clear resistance level? It was 199, it broke that. And then 236, it broke that. And then, but there was no real other resistance level. Was there 258 was the next resistance level after 242, you know? But people sold because they knew it was bullshit. Let's see, what news was it? Oh, it had a filing. Gets notice of foreclosure sale of assets. I mean, bullshit. It's nothing. Like, this is not going to sustain itself. So it's being pushed, and look, and that's it. And you get short. So right here, look, there was no clear gap up. So if I see this just completely tanking, I would, on that next candle right in here, I'm shorting, risking the high. And this thing kind of came, it bounced. Now, if you wanted to do, you know, follow my strategy, like to the fullest, say, oh, okay, I'm gonna wait for the first green candle to see. Theoretically, you could have, once you saw it come here, oh, you see it gap up here, right in here, because it ain't going all the way back up here, right? You see, you could have took a short right here, and then you see the pop here shows more weakness, so you could have took another short here. And look at this thing, freaking tanked. And then the reason why you see this gapping up like this, these are all the short sellers that got in all these shares here, covering. That's why you get the pop. That's why you got this clear pop right here, because these are all those short sellers covering their shares, all right, buying them from their broker, and a lot of people made a fucking killing. So that's what RTMB did, all right. This is where you make a fucking shitload of money. But the shares got to be available, you know. So in September, you'll see these stocks will happen like every day, because you know everybody's on vacation right now. That's why the summer's slow. Like the last summer was my first summer trading, so I'm spoiled. I don't know anything other than last summer, and last summer was fucking crazy. Every day was stocks like this. But this summer we're not getting these runs. But come September, you're gonna see that happening again. And if you can short these spikes, and that's how people make a shitload of money. They don't long. All these retail traders that you see that I follow, that are making a fucking killing like this guy. I think he made, he does really well, but who's the guy that I follow that he made a fucking killing? He made $58,000. Now he made 50 something thousand dollars. Now could he be lying? Yeah, they could all be lying. You mean they can all have, you know, fake accounts or simulated accounts, and they could theoretically be you know, making shit up. But I mean, he's probably telling the truth, and he's making a killing. Damn, I don't know. I can't find him. They're probably one of these guys I follow though. But he makes a killing. He made a killing, and Steven Duxer said he traded it too. He said he made a monster amount of money. He doesn't trade. He didn't show it, but you know, he said he made a killing. But you know, this is what you want to see. That's why having a scanner is important. And a lot of the stocks I trade are not even on stocks on my watch list. You know, like I absolutely would have traded this, but I couldn't short it. You know, I was just looking for a short position, and here I would have saw something like this. I would have went in full size. I would have went in, you know, 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares, looking to make $1, $2, and make $20,000. It would have been, you know, it's very, very possible. All right, so that's really what I wanted to talk about. These are the stocks that I'm watching Monday. FALC is up on some bullshit. It's shortable. I cannot believe this. Monday, I'm hoping that it gaps up, and I'm going to short the spike. So what I'm hoping happens Monday, because it's held its highs, you know, a lot of people who don't really understand stocks are going to buy this Monday at the open. This is my guess, okay? This is only my guess, and it's going to spike, and I'm going to short it into the spike, and I'm going to go very, very heavy. And if I'm lucky, this will go up to, I don't know, let's see where it's been over the last year. So, you know, it's at 25 cents. Its next resistance point is 25.78, and then 27 cents. And then, you know, and then 29 cents. So it's got a lot of resistance, you know. But this thing is up from 14 cents to 24 cents. It had a green day, a red day, and now a green day. Look what happened to have when it had a large day. Last time it went crazy. It went to 44 cents. This thing went back down and closed all the way at 30 cents. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that this can break the 26 and get to that 28 cents. And I want to short it, and I'm gonna go in like 100,000 shares if I can, and short this shit, and hope to make, you know, several $1,000s. We'll see. So that's gonna be my #1 watch Monday, FALC, just so you guys know. But I got a couple of these other stocks now. HMLY, this is dog shit, and the reason why I'm putting it on my watch list is that this is one of those low float runners. So a stock with 20 million or less shares available to trade are considered low float, which means that those stocks move with news. So my hope is that on Monday, you know, this is building some momentum and something happens and it squeezes. We'll see. That's why it's on the watch list. But I'm not looking to trade it. We'll see what happens. If it squeezes and it starts ripping, I'll look to trade it. Maybe try to take a short entry on it. We'll see. GMEI, this is on my watch list because look, this is gapping up. It's 375. It's had, you know, like technically 4 green days. This is kind of like you know, it's kind of a flat day, but it wasn't a red day. So my expectation is hopefully come, you know, Monday, this will be another stock I'll be looking to short if it continues to gap up. You know, some people are good on the company. I think there was no news, there's no reason for this to be running. But and on the RSI, look at it's already at 78. So my hope is that when the market opens, it washes. But I don't know, because I'm going to be watching FLC, so it'll be hard. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. We'll see when the market opens. GFI, this is another stock that, I put this on because I wanted to review it with you. It's not on my watch list, so let me take that off. SPW, now the reason why this is on my watch list because this had this crazy spike from 3 to 4, all right? And I've traded this stock before. Look at this gap. It has this crazy gap. So my expectation is that it should wash Monday because let's see, why was it running? I don't even know. Consumer sector tumbles on negative, losses after the CEO, future rotates, led by gains and beaten down tech stocks. I don't even know why it was up, but that's even all the more reason why to look for shorted on Monday. So I'll be looking for a short entry. You know, it's, where did it close? It closed at 434. This is 432. So you know what I would be doing? I would be, let's put the let's put the drawing here. So I would be looking to see, does it break 432? It's clear support. If it breaks this, you know, 431 support here, and if anything, this thing's gonna crack. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets back below $4 one day. A lot of great short opportunities, guys. FENG, another stock that's up on some bullshit. Look at this. Look at this. Look how 4 green days. It's got to give some of it back. Look where it's at in the RSI. It's in the 90s. Another stock that's probably going to wash. All these stocks, my expectation is in the first 30 minutes, they're going to pull back and they're going to give you at least 30 to 50 cents of profit taking potential. So all great opportunities. XNET, this is dog shit. I just put it on the watch list because look, this thing's just been ripping. It's over 70 on the RSI. So for those of you who don't know what RSI stands for, it's a relative strength index. So theoretically, technically, no, this is, you know, no guarantees in any of this. But remember, nobody knows what a stock is gonna do. It's literally digital dots on a screen, right? So when a stock is above 70 on the RSI, it's considered overbought, and that means that it needs to pull back, meaning people are going to profit take. That's all it's basically saying. So if that's the case, and this doesn't have a ton of volume, doesn't, you know, I wouldn't take a huge position on this. Maybe 1,000 shares at the most, and look to short it. I don't know. There's so many opportunities Monday. I don't know what the fuck to do. You know. Then I got all these stocks on my watch list because I look for stocks that hold their highs because I expect them to be volatile. Just because I think a stock is going to pull back doesn't mean it will. Sometimes they just keep running, you know. And if they do, I won't trade them. But look, I put these two on the watch list only because they just had big moves. Normally, I wouldn't. The volume isn't very good, but doesn't mean that there's not a potential for a wash. So this is a stock that's had, you know, 3 green days. It's look where it's at the RSI. So, you know, it's at 823. You know, I'd be looking to see if it's gonna break, you know, at least it gets to 810, you know, maybe down to 8, below 8. We'll see. Not a lot of volume though. I would only take like maybe 500 share position on this if there was no volume. It just really depends. So that's why they're on the watch list. You know, it doesn't hurt to put them on the watch list. IMU, another stock that, you know, is up 2 days, you know, it's at 740, you know, and now it's at 838. You got to expect that there's going to be profit taking. So these stocks are, my expectation is they're going to be volatile. You just got to keep it simple. Look, DYN, this is the stock that I missed that I wanted to short, you know. This is the higher day. Look at this on the reverse. This is the you know, high. Boom, the bounce shows weakness. You take it for a wash. You know, and it's up so much that you got to expect that people are going to take profit. That's all it is, guys. Nobody knows what a stock is going to do, you know. And the BBD, you know, is another stock that ripped, you know. It's up. Look at this. It's just been running crazy right into 13 EMA, you know. And, you know, maybe it washes. I don't know. So these are all the stocks on my watch list. Snap has been running. You know, it's had like 3 consecutive green days. You know, it's been volatile. It's shortable now with Thinkorswim. So I may be looking for an opportunity. You know, it's a bullshit company. It's not worth anything. So, you know, Instagram is going to bury this. So, you know, maybe it washes one day. We'll see. So a lot of opportunities here. THC, look at this. It just ripped another. So these are stocks that are holding their highs. This is a stock that went crazy and just slowly grinding. I don't know if CPN is going to continue up. Maybe it completely washes and tanks. We'll see. If it breaks below 1473, I'm absolutely going to short it. This shit will collapse. If I can get I can make $1,000 probably shorting this because this will probably give me back $1. And you got HTP and CTRL and then REN. So these are stocks that are holding their highs. I'm just looking for opportunities to short into washes. You know, doesn't mean that they won't dip. You can buy dips and they run. So a lot of these stocks, you know, maybe a stock like, I'm just making this up, maybe a stock like, you know, JMGI washes and it gets down to like 329 and then you buy the dip. And to me, that's what the safest play is, dip buying, because your risk is little. You can size in nice and, you know, you can get in and get out quickly. So I hope you found this helpful. You know, watch my previous videos. I go into a lot of detail about when to in and when to enter and when to get out and all that stuff. And, you know, tell me what you want me to show you guys and I'll make more videos. All right, guys, so please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great weekend.